Okay, calm down.
One of the comments that was made that the people that were there did not believe that he was being harmed. They were wrong. All this talking about 15 minutes, and then the mayor and whoever said that, oh no, it was 6 minutes. If that makes a difference, it takes seconds. Anybody that's been in this type of situation, whether you were younger, people playing around. I've never actually been to that level, but it takes seconds to start losing your breath. People stop. Stop. I understand what it is. So it's just the rhetoric, and the criticism that people hold towards the victim, So at a certain time, speaking as a formerly homeless person, like I said, over 5 years in the shelter system, I'll accept any criticism. So after that, when is that critical eye going to turn to the actual systems that we're dealing with? Whether the brother Jordan coming out of foster care, I'm not sure if he was in the shelter, but in my opinion, or in my experience, many of the people that are in the street that I've known went through the shelter system and wound up on the street. So one of the higher ups, the governor, the mayor, gonna hold the shelter directors, the shelter staff, hold them accountable. These are people that you're paying to do a certain job that's not being done. How come we have 60, 70,000 people in shelter for years on end? When are those questions going to be asked?
Didn't our horrible Mayor Adams basically both A, kick all the unhoused out of the subway, and B, flood the entire subway system with even more police? Like literally
Yes.
at every station. So
Yeah.
it's like, it's not like there wasn't a police person within some reasonable distance, like wherever they were on the subway, there was a cop nearby somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, you kicked everybody out the subway system, then the sweeps out in the street and just push people to the outskirts.
Yeah, and then you set people up for fail. You just break people down, set them up for failure, and then when people finally reach their breaking point, and
the richest state, the richest cities in history, it's just a bad management. You're not funding the what actually helps people.
Right.
Like how much more police do you need? People been out. Reason is like cops in every station. What can they do? Police don't stop crime. They come after the crime is done.
Yeah,
But
like we don't seem to be. I mean, how long are we going to keep carrying on with this? Maybe it was before this, but like this Reagan era mentality, like, oh, we just haven't cracked down hard enough.
Right.
Like, how many decades until we're, what I'm saying? Like,
no, for sure. And if you think about it, Milton already hit on this point, but even to hit it again, what just happened in the legislature and like why we didn't get any affordable housing legislation because of good cause. So basically the landlord industry of commercial real estate of New York, this huge multi-billion-dollar industry, preferred to actually have no affordable housing in the state whatsoever than have a law adopted that would say you can only evict people when they break the rules of their lease. Well, I mean, that's all good cause eviction is that you have the rules that are there and you can only evict someone if they've broken the rules that both sides have signed on the dotted line are the rules you'll follow, which I think most of us consider to be pretty fair. So $3,400 a month median rent, massive housing crisis, people have been forced to leave the city and the state left and right. And the landlords of New York City preferred that than to give up the right to evict people for no reason at all. So the callousness and how it flows down, like I think we have to connect those landlords to Daniel Penny. And I actually, maybe some people would say I'm saying too much, but I put them on an equal plane because the landlords know that they are sending people out in the streets, that they are putting people in a position where they're going to be more vulnerable, where they could die, where their lives are going to be significantly degraded and significantly more difficult, because they want to make sure that they can kick you out of your apartment for no reason. Like that's social death. Like they're willing to consign thousands of people to social death. And then we have the real deaths that happen as a result of those kind of policies. And so someone needs to be talking about, the Partnership for New York types, the real estate boards, all these people, because, they I think also have blood on their hands.